Good evening, all. How are we? It is Thursday, the 22nd of January. I don't know why. I did need to check my watch. I was on this morning, but I've forgotten. It was ages ago. 22nd of January, Thursday evening. Where did I say that? Well, good. How's your Thursday been? Tickety boo, I hope. Hope it's all gone to plan. Mine's going to plan. We're okay. In fact, just have some chocolate. Oh, Neil. Cheeky little badger. Yeah, I just fancy something a bit sweet. Sometimes you just fancy something a little bit sweet. And yeah, literally two squares of Nestle Crunch that was on the side. Someone had brought it to work. Rachel's brought it home from work. Approximately 4 squares, 128 calories, and I've had 2. So let me put half in. Evening snacks, 64 calories. That means so far today I've had 1,930 calories, which means I've got 170 calories left for today to stick to my what am I trying to stick to? My target of 2,100 a day. So it should be all good. And that means I'll bank 2,250 going into the weekend, which I'm all right with. We are having a Chinese with some friends. I think we're having Chinese. I don't know if anything's been... Yasmin, good evening, by the way, on YouTube. I'll do a top 5 on TikTok shortly. I don't know if anything's been confirmed yet. Rachel was telling me that was the rumour. Chinese is quite calorific, but it's all right. I can fit it in. What I'm going to do tomorrow is have an average eating day. So we'll be on 400 calories for breakfast. We'll be on 600 calories for lunch. That's 1,000 calories. I'm not having anything else for the rest of the day. And that'll leave me with 1,600 calories to have a takeaway with some friends tomorrow night. That'll be it. Done. And then I'll have 2,200 for the weekend. Ripping out bathroom Saturday. Well, I say I'm ripping out a bathroom. I'm not. My mate's ripping the bathroom out. And I'm just going to be his lackey, basically, shifting tiles about and breaking up toilets and sinks and putting it into griller buckets and taking it to the tip. So, yeah, that's what we are on with, Anyway, right, let's do top 5 on TikTok this evening and see who's knocking about. Losing number 1, comes in number 2, Sheila's in at number 3, Ella's in at number 4, and Steph GC is at number 5. Good evening, guys. You're on my top 5 this evening. Thank you very much for jumping live. Come and say hello. Kelly's in, Anna's in. Good evening. Jan's in. Good evening. Donna, good evening. Stefan's in. Faye, good evening. Angela, evening, boss. Good evening. My week has gone amazing. Are you finding the weeks are flying by? Not normal for January. Absolutely disappearing. You're right. January normally drags. It didn't last year because last year I was having the RLB office built. I've been sat here today thinking about moving it about. It's not a lot. Well, there is a lot, actually. I'm thinking of spinning my desk round. The only problem with that is me flipping labels behind me here. So if I spin my desk round, my label's not going to be behind me. Yeah, I was thinking of spinning my desk round. I've got a TV there, and I can watch it, but I'm like, if I'm a desk there, but then I probably won't do any work, so it's probably best not spinning me thing round. Anyway, doesn't matter. Anyway, last year I was having this built, and it just because I was concentrating on like having this sorted out. We had workmen here for a week or so, and different bits and pieces that flew by. And then this year we're doing bits on the house and stuff. So yeah, it is, and I'm just mega busy. I've just been mega busy. So yeah, I can't believe it's Thursday. Friday again tomorrow. Another weekend is upon us. Next weekend's February, and you get to the end of Feb. And I always say this, I never want to wish our time away. I really don't. But I flipping hate Jan Feb. They're just the shittest couple of months. They really are. It's dark. The weather's awful. It's, all Christmas lights have gone. It's just a bit dull. Everyone's skint and being miserable and so on and so forth. So, yeah, it's just a bit innit? Honestly, if I wasn't having this bathroom done, we'd be on holiday. We'd be going on holiday in February. We'd be off. We'd be out. See you later. See. Especially if this weather. I've been cold to the bone today. Do you know what I mean? been like internally cold. Like I've not been able to get that warm. What's getting me through it is I'm hoping we're gonna have another summer like we had last summer. Last summer was class. It was just dry. It wasn't stupidly. I can't remember any like stupidly hot days where like it was really hard to sleep at night. But likewise, I remember, just walking the dogs day in, day out. They didn't get shit up. Didn't have to put a jumper on up. Yeah, loved it. Anyway, had a perfect day today. Steps, gym, calories, all under control. We love that, Carl. Hello, everyone. Hello again. Hello, Lynn. And Steve is in as well. I'm clicking on stuff I shouldn't be clicking on. I don't think last summer was that great. Last summer was amazing. It was like the driest summer for years. It was where, to be honest with you, it does depend where you live, right? In Lancashire, it was unbelievable. It was rubbish for farmers. Right, it was awful for farmers because it was so dry that they were really struggling. So it wasn't great. And I live in a farming community, and that's how I know how dry it was, because the farmers were just whinging like mad. But for us up here, it was a great summer. Like I say, it wasn't stupidly hot, but you don't want that in the UK. I've not got air conditioning. I've not got a pool to jump into. It's dry. That's the best. Yeah, we had a great summer last year. Time to float evening. Anyone else in? Let's have a little look up, see if I've missed anything. I don't think I have. No, we're all good. So yes, I've had a good day today. Busy day. What we're up to today? So I did a live this morning. And then I jumped in the car, shot to the gym, had a good training session with my mate, back and buys today. Basically a pull session, as we call it nowadays. Flew home. Had to get my car back for 11:30 for die. And then I've just been working. I've been sat on the sofa a lot. Like, I absolutely love, right? I absolutely love my office here. I love it. It's great. But when it's cold and dark and horrible, and you're just looking out over cold and dark and horrible. So I've been working a lot in the living room this week, just with my laptop on my lap. What a great name, laptop. Yeah, it's been yeah, I've quite enjoyed it, really. It's just been plodding away. Everyone who's started on plan on Monday, your plans are out. They're all good to go. Yeah, that's been one of my main focuses today. Done some content as well. Done some recipes. Been working on it. Had my peanut butter and jelly, or PB&J, overnight oats. They were ace. Though I'm going to make them again tomorrow to have post-spin Saturday. Instead of using milk, I'm going to use water, and I'm going to add a bit more protein, which I think it should be just as good, right? Because protein's dry powdered milk anyway. So a bit more protein powder is going to give it a bit more protein without the calories of the milk. So, and hopefully they'll taste just as good. So if they are just as good, there'd be about 390 calories for 37 grams of protein for a decent portion, for a decent sized portion. So if they are good, there will be a recipe out next week. I'll film it. I'll do it as a YouTube recipe. Tina Granfield, who are you? I'm Neil. Hi, I'm the Real Loss Boss. I used to be 514 pounds. I lost half my body weight. I dedicated my life to weight loss and helping others with weight loss. Went to college, got qualifications in personal training and nutrition, and I now work as an online weight loss coach. There you go. Helping others smash their weight loss journeys, just like I'm trying to smash mine. There you go. That is a brief summary of who I am. If you want to know who I am, there you go. That's me. That is me in a nutshell. Tina Granfield, who are you? Who are you? Tell us. Tell us what's going on. Are you on a weight loss journey? Are you trying to lose a bit of weight at the moment? Anyway, love your eating lives. Just enjoying the rest of my B-Day cake. All counted, of course. Lovely. Jackie, good evening to you. Yeah, I'm going to keep the evening lives. So the lives, I'm mixing the lives up a little bit. I used to do 3 evening lives a week, right? I used to do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And it just got a little bit too much. I needed some weekday nights to myself. Then last March, Rachel left the Real Lost Boss, not the company, and went back to like full-time PAYE employment. And then, so because she's working 9 to 5 and I don't get to see her through the day, I sort of binned. I just do my Monday evening live. Anyway, I enjoy my evening lives as well. I like it because people that work all day, they it gives them an option to jump on a live and have a bit of interaction. So the 2 evening lives a week are staying. They're going to alternate between not even alternate. Some weeks will be Tuesday, some weeks will be Thursday. So I might do Monday, Tuesday. Mondays will always stay the same. Might do Monday, Tuesday, might do Monday, Thursday. I'm kind of thinking that, the weight loss coaching live, and I said, what did I say about that? I was going to carry on doing those in the morning. I might not. I know I chop and change a little bit. I'm just trying to get it right in my own diary, basically. But I might keep that as 5. And then when the weight loss coaching live is at 5, I'll do another evening live on a Tuesday. And then when the Thursday, like today, where we don't do a second weight loss coaching live, we'll do an evening TikTok, Facebook, YouTube live, something like that. Yeah, lost 5 stone now. Tina, fantastic, very, very good. 5 stone, lovely. 70 pounds. There's certain like areas we get to, and I think 5 stone is just a really good. You hear of so many people that lose 2-3 stone. Obviously, I know people put weight back on, and that's what we're trying to stop. But I think 5 stone is a good number. And then the next number, get rid of stone and go pound, 100 pounds, which is 7 stone. Great number. Then obviously you might not even have to lose this. 140 pounds, which is 10 stone. There is great markers. My diabetic nurse has asked me if I want to go on weight loss jabs to get my weight down quicker. I have knuckled down and lost 10 pounds on my own with diet and gym in 3 weeks. Not sure what to do. Any thoughts? Stephen, you've got to make your own informed choice. The jabs, if used by the right people in the right way, can be a fantastic help. And if you are type 2 diabetic, the only way you get rid or reverse type 2 diabetes is by reducing visceral fat. All right. So obviously, if you're going to get your weight down, but what you don't want to do is get your weight down. Like what we know from science is, and studies, and that's the only thing we should ever be basing. Everyone's got an opinion, but when it comes to nutrition and people's health, we shouldn't be basing it on what we call bro science. Oh, it's true because some guy that looks in shape says it's true. No. And this is where a lot of people base their findings. I'm getting yogurt. I'm posting a bit about yogurt at the moment. And people are just, every comment on yogurt, it's healthy fats. It isn't. It's saturated fat. Now, saturated fat does have vitamin A, D, E, and K in it. And we need vitamin A. We need vitamin D. We need vitamin E. We need vitamin K. But you can get those vitamins from much healthier sources than saturated fat. Now, I don't demonize any foods, and you can consume saturated fat just like you can consume sugar. But there's things where we've got to be like, a bit, we've got to use a little bit of common sense. So I don't want to overconsume saturated fat. And the RDA for saturated fat a day is 30 grams, right? So 210 grams of saturated fat a week. Yeah. And I want to save my saturated fat allowance, right? Because saturated fat. It doesn't matter if it's in a burger, a pizza, or 10% fat Greek yogurt. It's saturated fat, right? And I like having a bit of a treat at the weekend. So it's the same with sugar. I don't want sugar in different products. I don't mind eating sugar. I eat sugar. But sugar should be in cake and it should be in ice cream, right? So, I'm quite happy to drink a sugar-free drink because nowadays artificial sweeteners are so good. Like Coke Zero tastes amazing, right? So, do you know what I mean? So, but a lot of people, they just think fat's really good for you. What type of fats? Omega-3 fatty acids, omega-6 fatty acids, saturated fats, or trans fats? What fats are you talking about? Well, just fat. This guy with the six-pack says fat's good for you, so you should eat full fat everything. The guy with the six-pack's talking bollocks. It really is that simple. But you think he's talking the truth because you want to look like him. It's that. Well, he must be right because look how good he looks. It really is that simple. And just because someone looks in shape doesn't mean, just because someone's a doctor doesn't mean they tell the truth. Just because someone's in shape does not mean they know what they're talking about. But we just automatically assume that they do. It also doesn't mean that they're not willing to lie for clicks and views, right? That guy's probably going off camera going, absolute suckers, as if they believe what I'm telling them. But me telling them full, because why does everyone love the fact that someone says full fat's amazing? Because that's what we eat. We've eaten for life. We're fat. And fat doesn't make us fat, but fat is calorific. So when we're overweight, right, most people that have a weight issue have a diet very high in saturated fat. So to be told that's not the issue, you can continue eating loads of saturated fat. We love it because it's like, oh, I'm not fat because I've been eating saturated fat. You're fat because you've been eating too many calories, right? And saturated fat's 9 calories a gram. It's calorific. So, but I think we like the fact that to be told that something's good for us that we've been led to believe is unhealthy. It is unhealthy. And I say this to a lot of people. Anyone that says saturated fat's good for us, go spend a week in a cardiac ward. Go talk to people. Go have a look at like all the graphs and all these things and all the scans and the people that are laid there and go to, have you had a diet high and said, yeah. I'm from 50s, lad, me. I'm from 40s. Right, I'm from 30s, lad. Butter. Good luck with your quadruple heart bypass. I hope you pull through, Stan. You'll be all right, mate. You'll be sound, chief. Nowadays we've got so much data behind it. We don't need to put ourselves under risk, right? Or as much risk. So if I'm going to have some saturated fat, I'm going to have it in fried food if I have a little bit of the weekend or something like that, And so I'll stick to me 0% fat Greek yogurt. Anyway, what we're on about? Oh, we're on about Stefan with jabs. Stefan, you've got to make your own informed choice. But weight that comes off quick, science tells us weight that comes on quick comes back on. Weight that comes off quick comes back on quick. And what I'm talking about that is rapid fat loss. So, the worry there is my diabetic nurse has asked me if I want to go on weight loss jabs so I get my weight down quicker. And you just put that, I knuckled down and lost 10 pounds on my own with diet and gym in 3 weeks. Now, I don't know what you currently weigh, Steph. I'm calling you Steph. I think it's Stephen. Sorry. Just remember that 10 pound loss won't all be, if you've had a bit of a bump from Christmas, there'll be a bit of food weight, water retention in that loss as well. Because to lose 10 pounds in 3 weeks, you'd have to be in a 35,000 calorie deficit. I mean, I'm not saying you're not in a 12,000 calorie deficit a week, but most people would struggle. I put myself in a 6,500 calorie deficit. That's pretty tight, So you've got to make an informed decision. I don't know what you weigh, mate. If I knew what you weighed, if I knew what your overall lifestyle was like, if I knew how much of an issue your weight was at the moment, £209. You're not too bad, are you? I wouldn't at 200. And again, I'm not trying to discourage you. You've got to make your own informed decision. But £209, what are you, 15 stone? I might have left being an accountant, but the accountant hasn't left me. I just quickly worked that out in my head. I know it's not that hard to divide 209 by 14, but 15 stone, 14.92 stone, 14.93 actually, if we're going to round it up. So yeah, and I mean, again, I don't know how tall you are, but it's one of them. It's one of them. You're not stupid. You're not stupidly overweight. So, but if you're type 2 diabetic, you've obviously got quite a high level of visceral fat. You don't have to answer this, Stephen. I'm not being personal. Do you carry a lot of weight around your midsection? Are you someone that has, normal legs, normal arms, but you carry quite a lot of weight around your midsection? Or does your weight carry all over? Because you're not that overweight, you know what I mean? Just under 15 stone, even if you're not that tall. 5'9". Yeah, okay. So, that's what I'm saying. All right, mate. Seb's my son. He started listening to you. He's not overweight and 13 years old. Good evening, Seb. Thanks for stopping by, mate. Yeah. So Stefan. So this is what causes diabetes is high levels of visceral fat around the midsection. So Stephen there, he's 209 pounds. He's 5'9". He's not seriously overweight. He just carries a bit of timber around here. Lots of visceral fat in the midsection. Basically engulfs, as we would call it. It suffocates the pancreas, stops it working properly, and that's what we call insulin resistance. Stephen's body is not releasing the correct amount of insulin to bring his blood sugars down, so his blood sugars are staying elevated, and that's what his diabetes is. It's up to you. It really is up to you. Basically, you keep losing body fat, which is just consistently losing weight. You'll bring your visceral fat down, and eventually your blood sugars will balance themselves out. Obviously, couple that with a good bit of movement, healthy diet, and you'll be all good. They wouldn't offer you the jabs if your BMI didn't mean you qualified for the jabs, and you wouldn't get any more than 5. I don't think anyone that gets the jabs for diabetes gets any more than 5 milligram. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But all the clients I've worked with that are on Mounjaro through prescription, 5 milligram is max dose that they'll actually give them. So you might be a little bit different. So, and it's one of them, Stephen. Is it? You've got to ask yourself, if I get offered these and I don't take them, will they offer them me again? If they don't, will I kick myself further down the line? So, you've got to make your own informed decision, but just do a bit of research up on it and just decide, pros and cons. It's pros and cons you've got to weigh up, Anna, I've been on 5 milligram for 6 months, cruising along nicely. You are, and as one of my one-to-one clients, she's never gone higher than 5 milligram. It's just giving her that little helping hand, and she's doing brilliantly. Absolutely smashing her weight loss journey. Really, really good. I am a coach that works with people on the weight loss jabs, whether you are on Mounjaro, whether you've switched to Wegovy. You're Ozempic. I don't think we really have Ozempic in this country that much. Or Mounjaro. You can work with me, right? And I'll coach you. I've worked with plenty of people over the last 12 months, 18 months that have been on the jabs and helped them. It's not just a case of stick this in my system and lose weight. You still need that lifestyle change. You still need to understand energy balance. You still need to learn to control your calories. You still need to improve your overall diet. You still need to move more on a day-to-day basis. Otherwise, you're never going to have long-term success. Never. My mum's on 10 milligram for diabetes. I didn't know. Honestly, I've not worked, and that's just because. So obviously, you do get higher doses. And I suppose it depends the severity of the weight issue. It depends on the severity of the diabetes, maybe. But yeah, most of my everyone I've worked with that have been prescribed it has been 5 milligram and not gone up any higher. I think. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. All right, but that's what I thought. But Cal's mum's on 10 milligram, and I assume that's through prescription. Josh is in. Good evening, Josh. How are we doing now, mate? Where we at? Are we still ticking along nicely, buddy? Dan's in. Evening, mate. Let me scan down, see what's going on. Can't see what's going on. There we go. 30 p.m. lives work well for me as I have house to myself so can watch properly. Yeah, I'll just keep, like I say, I enjoy doing the evening lives. They're good. If Man United ever get back in Europe, I might bring back the football lives. It'll just be on TikTok. I might have to bring that back. Right, I'm scanning up. Ryan's in. Evening, mate. Mr. Foster's in. Good evening, sir. Random question. Can I swap my high-calorie days on the plot? Oh, of course you can. Yeah, nothing's set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. As long as I'm in for the week, calories, 100% Stevie, yeah. And it says that if anyone that's come on plan with me, if you read your calorie structure bit after the... So you've got your calorie structure that shows like your 5 lower days and your 2 higher days. The bit after that, give that a right good read through. And it literally says, you know, at the end of the day, move your calories around for what suits you, you know, and that's definitely right for, you know, most people like to have higher calorie days when it's their day off. When routine goes out the window a little bit, and it's when you might go out for a meal, it's when you might have a takeaway. It just kind of falls into line with that, doesn't it? Now, if you work different shifts or, you know, like your emergency services or you work in retail, so, you know, one week you might work all weekend. You're just like, I just work all weekend. I go to work, I get home, I'm knackered, I stick my feet up, I go to sleep, I get up in the morning, I go to work, I get home, I'm knackered, I stick my feet up, I go to sleep. I'm not doing anything much really, but next week, my weekend is Tuesday, Wednesday. And you know what? I'm going to go see some friends. We're going to go out for lunch. We're going to go out for a bit of tea. And then on the Wednesday, I'm going to go to the cinema and go on a bit of popcorn. Yeah, shift your days around. The most important thing is trying to stick to those weekly calories. And you need to see those weekly calories as an ideal deficit. It's what we're trying to stick to more often than not. Some weeks it's just not going to happen. Some weeks you'll be under it. All right. Those weekly calories I give you are, I must eat these calories. If you end up 500 under those calories for the week, it's just a little bonus towards your weight loss. If you end up 500 over those calories for the week, it just makes your deficit a little bit smaller and you might not lose the same amount of body fat as you did the week before. That's it. All right. That's the way we should be looking at it. Yeah. Love how you pull the certificates from under the desk. I've got to do it because you get some people that go, I'm going to get your qualifications. And I just sit and go, yeah, they're here. Screenshot if you want. More than welcome to, you know. But and it doesn't say the real Lost Boss. Everyone's like, and they're not your certificates. It says Neil Scorer. Yeah, that's my name. Don't wear it out. Active IQ level 3 certificate personal training. Absolutely filthy then. Absolutely filthy. And I think they're a bit damp because they've been sat in here. I need to mount them on the wall. I need to stick them on the wall somewhere. I'm going to do that this weekend. I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to stick them on the wall somewhere. Anyway. Let's have a look. Lisa's in, even though Lisa, I've not done your calories. I'll do first thing in the morning. I've just had one of them days today. I will do that. I will be in this office at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning because I've got a bit of a busy day. So I'm spinning. I'm not doing the live tomorrow, but I am spinning. I'm covering a spin class at 9:15. So I've got to go. I'll be at the gym, spin class. Now I've got to go to B&Q. I need to get some gorilla buckets for Saturday. And I've got a few other bits and pieces. I'm going to get in here and make an early start on check-ins tomorrow. All right, and I'm going to do your calories there. I've got right each years. How do you work out how many calories you should eat per day? Neil Carpenter, if you click on my link in my TikTok link tree, just join my community. It's £5 for your first month using code WELCOME. There's no contract. You can cancel tonight. If you want, you can sign up and cancel straight away. I don't care. Right? But it's £5. You send me over a consultation form and I will give you a full calorie breakdown that includes your maintenance calories, your deficit calories. It will also include your metabolism. So you'll know every single bit of data you need to put yourself into a healthy, sustainable calorie deficit. So come get signed up. If you feel you need a bit more help than that, come join my one-to-one plan for a week on Sunday. I'm going to run it until the 1st of February. Right, so I might run it actually. I was thinking this for the first week of Feb because of payday. You know, I might capture some paydays, so I might keep running it until like the first few days of Feb. Anyway, couple of weeks it'll be done. New year, new me. Half price sign up to my one-to-one plan. £15, £29.99 a month for 3 months. Then you get a month free, and then you can cancel. Yeah, so minimum commitment. I may join your community next month. You join whenever you want to. It's not going anywhere. Mate, love the videos with the little rants about Greek yogurt. It was class. There'll be another one next week. There'll be another one next week. I'm going to do a little rant about recipes that I put on. I'm not going to go into it. I've done it today. Yeah, honestly, the internet blows my mind. I don't want people to get offended about this next one I'm doing, because no one's actually done anything wrong. I'm just taking the piss a little bit of some of the comments that I've received. You know, the recipe I did with broccoli and Grana Padano cheese. There's just some of the comments you get, and it just, I don't know how to describe it, but just some of the things that people like telling you you're doing it wrong, or telling you you'd be better off doing it this way, or you'd be better. I don't know. There's just some brilliant, there's some blinders, there's some belting comments where you just like, one of them, it actually made me piss. It made me piss myself. You'll have to wait for the rant video. It'll be out next week. I like doing it. They were good. Someone messaged me and said, I genuinely fear for your blood pressure when you're doing those rant videos. Just ignore the trolls. I'm like, it's not. It's tongue in cheek. I'm just doing it for a bit of fun. Honestly, I'm not asked whatsoever. They're just like. And then someone said your rant videos scare me, like, and they were serious. They were like, and I was like, do you mean, like, genuinely, you're scared of me in them? And like, I was like, I'm just having it's just a roast. That's all it is. If you've ever watched like comedy, that's all it is. It's just a roast. Right. So I don't want anyone to think I'm being serious when I do them or not. Do you know what I mean? I am, but I'm not. Do you know what I mean? It does blow my mind, some of the stuff people say, but yeah, it's just a little bit of a, loving the few F words and that. And do you know what? Someone messaged me saying, oh, why have you started swearing? I'm not going to be able to watch anymore. And I was like, I said, you know what? If you not met me in real life, because I'm very good at minding my P's and Q's, you know, I'm quite, I don't try and swear in front of older people, and I don't try, do you know what I mean? I read the room, as it were, unless I've had a beer, and then like I say. But generally, like me and Rachel, honestly, we're both borderline Tourette's when we're in house. We are honestly both borderline Tourette's. We tell each other to F off all the time, but not in a argument way. We're do you know what I mean? We just do, you know what I mean? It's just our banter. And I absolutely swear like a trooper normally. But I do try and censor myself for so. When I first came on social media, I was so scared of upsetting. I wanted to. When I first came on social media, I wanted to try and please everybody, and you just can't do it. You just can't do it. You can be nice as pie, and people go, "Oh, he's boring him. He's just dead wet," right? And then you can be an absolute knobhead, and then people are like, "Oh, he's horrible him. Oh, he's horrible him." So anyway, I've just decided like I can't. Sometimes I'll record videos. It's why I've stopped doing a lot of TikToks and stuff, because I record videos and I would swear, and then I'd re-record them because I've dropped the F-bomb, or I've had a bit of a rant in them, and like, and this, that, and the other. And do you know what? I just can't be arsed anymore. I really can't be arsed anymore. So I'm just going on there and just being more me, if that makes sense. I'm not saying I'm not me when I do a video, but like I say, you always try and watch. I kind of sometimes when I was a bit like Kevin and Perry off camera, and then on camera, I'm like Perry in front of Kevin's parents. Like, love me spacing, yes, me spacing, fix me spacing. A bit like that. So, and I'm like, no, I'm not like that. I'll just, so I do. So if it feels strange that I've started swearing in a few videos, that's just what I'm like. I do swear. It's flipping 2026. They say the word fuck in a PG now, so don't get offended by it. Like I'm sorry, they just do, don't they? Do you know what I mean? I'm terrible sometimes too. I go to automatic good girl mode when my dad's around. Yeah, exactly. When my mum's around, when Di's around, I try and watch my P's and Q's. Do you know what I mean? I try and watch my P's and Q's. Me and my partner use fuck off as a term of endearment. We do. Honestly, we do. Anyway, there you go. Any RLB meetups this year, mate? Do you know what? I didn't do any last year. And I think it was a bit of a weird one with Rachel going back to work and stuff. And I don't know. It kind of like, I don't know what happened to last year. It just disappeared. And the thing is, it's dead easy to do one at the Trafford Centre or something like that. It's dead easy, but then I feel guilty because not everyone lives within a vicinity of the Trafford Centre. And then, you know, it's a tricky one. And then, and I think it's hard as well because if I end up organising for me to go down to say down south a little bit, which I'd love to do, I'd love to go meet some. I've got some clients down there that have been with me for a good couple of years now. I'd love to go meet them face to face, but it's one of them. It's a big thing, and if you set up a meet and like 12 people, 15 say they're going to come in, and then everyone cancels, it's expensive. So it is. It's a tough one. Really. Like I say, I can do one at the Trafford Centre every month. It don't bother me. Flipping drop Rachel off at a mum. She only lives 10 minutes from Trafford Centre, right? And I'll drive around like we did. We did one in November 20. When was it? November 24. We did one at the Trafford Centre. So. Yeah, but we'll see where we get to. It's better. I'll wait until the summer. It's just nicer in the summer months with driving and stuff like that. Really, when the weather's a little bit better. Newcastle all the way, mate. I actually really fancy doing one in Newcastle only because I want to go to Newcastle for a night out. And even if Dan was the only one that turned up, which I'm sure you would, mate, we'd have a good night out, but we would just go for a night out. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, maybe. Leave with me. We'll see where we get to. I get wrong off my mum at times for the F-bomb. I don't realise that. I know, and I did it. To be fair, it's like I say, I always try and watch my P's and Q's in front of my mum. Anyway. There we go. Let me scan down and see what's going on. Yeah, but another little rant video next week. I enjoy doing them. Oh, good, thank you. I'm living in Leyland now. I was hoping you will do one-to-one sessions again. I have thought about it. I genuinely have thought about it. I'm going to get these injections. I've not heard anything yet. I'm getting these viscose injections in my knee. Which is in my knees, which is hopefully going to improve my arthritis in them. And if it does improve my arthritis, I might go back and do a little bit of one-to-one. Might. Couple of reasons. Number one, I'm a bit of a money whore at times. And I'm literally like, I know I could easily fill 12, 15 one-to-one sessions a week. So that'd be an extra decent amount of income for not a lot of time. And B, I miss a bit of social interaction, a bit of one-to-one stuff. All I do all day is talk to the bloody dogs, and they answer me back. That's when you know you spend too much time on your own, when your dogs talk back to you. Yes, they do. So you never know, mate. You never know. Leyland, you're only down road, aren't you? Even if it would be probably, if I did, it would be at Ribby Hall. And I never want to spread myself too thin, but I've kind of got everything. Everything's running all right at the moment, if that makes sense. Everything's running all right at the moment. I don't know what I'd have to give really, because I'm always in the gym anyway, training in the morning. I do a live in the morning, which I'd still do. So like Wednesday morning, I do a live, but I just do it at Ribby. Like I take my laptop and I still do the triple threat. I just do laptop, TikTok. I just go in the office there and do it there, and then just do sessions afterwards, because I quite often, and I could start at 6 in the morning, so I could do 6 till 7, 7 till 8, and then do a live 8 till 9. And then do 9 till 10, 10 till 11, 11 till 12, and I'm done. I've done it dinner time, and I'll have done 6 sessions. You never know. Maybe one day. I'd come for a few sessions. Ace, mate, that'd be good. We would come to Newcastle. Yeah, I thought that, right. Do you know what? With Newcastle, it's one of them, isn't it? It's kind of like, because I've got quite a few clients up north of the border, and we did a little meet and greet in Edinburgh. I'm not sure. Might be back in Edinburgh. The book event that Rachel went to 2 years ago when I come over to Edinburgh. I think I'm not sure if it's there again this year. And she was umming and ahhing about going again. So I'll say, yeah, let's go again. I loved Edinburgh. It was amazing. So yeah, maybe that might happen. I know you're pro weight loss break. Do you recommend that even for 4-week holes? Like, do you mean if you're going like you're having like a 4-week, like you're going, I don't know, Spain all inclusive, Tenerife for 4 weeks? If that is the only holiday you're having in the year, yeah. But you've also then got to, are you then going to go into a calorie deficit for 11 months in a row? Probably not. So I would try and find a little bit of balance, because a 4-week holiday isn't a holiday, is it? That's like a proper break. Do you know what I mean? So this is what I do personally, right? Whether you decide to do it or not is definitely up to you. But if I was going on a holiday for 4 weeks, I would probably do something like week on, week off, or day on, day off, or something like that. Or maybe just pick, I might be like, right, first week of the holiday, I'm just going to enjoy my holiday. Last week of the holiday, it's like I'm going to get, and then the bit in between, I might rein it in a little bit. It's a bit of a tricky one. It is, Would I still track my calories? Probably not, because I know I'm going to be inconsistent. When you're out of a routine, you're going to be inconsistent, and that'll just piss you off. If you set up with good intentions and you don't stick to it, you'll just get annoyed at yourself, and that's not good. So it's a tricky one, and I'll tell you why it's a tricky one, because I don't know anyone that goes on holiday for 4 weeks. Don't worry, I get clients that might have a week holiday, and then they come back and they might be at home for 2 weeks and then have another week holiday. I get that, but to have a solid 4 weeks, that is just, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Come back to Henry Ross. It might happen. I've not heard any more. Rachel did rumor it. I've not heard any more, So yeah, and do you know what? At the end of the day, if you went on a holiday for 4 weeks, right? You'd get fed up of if you're really committed to this journey. It's a bit like me at Christmas. A week into, I'm done. The thought of it pre-Christmas, I'm thinking about it from flipping October, and I'll be the same this year. Right, when October comes around and all the Christmas stuff starts coming in and Christmas adverts start to filter onto the TVs a little bit, I will be like, oh my God, I can't wait for Christmas. Eat what I want, drink what I want, Pringles, Baileys, chocolates, massive Christmas dinner, pigs in blankets coming out my arse, all this, that, and the other, literally. I can't wait for it. A week, and it happens every year. Too much of a good thing soon becomes a bad thing. And I would say this year, we were coming back from Chester. We stayed overnight in Chester on the Sunday, the 28th of December. And Monday was the 29th. And we were driving back from Chester. And I was literally, I said to Rach, I could genuinely get back. I said, if we had a holiday booked like for the first week of February, so we're 5 weeks away, I'd be back on it now. I wouldn't be, I'd just write this, I'd be straight back on it. But at the time, the next break that we had booked was the middle of April. So I was like, well, I'm just going to enjoy my foot, because then I'm going to be back on it for 14, 15 weeks when we get back at it. So yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one. I reckon if I went on holiday for 4 weeks, I'd give it absolute licks for a week and a half. And then I'd just be like, no, I'm done now. I'm going to really rein it in. And I might really rein it in. Yeah, 4 weeks in Ghana for my nan's burial and also some family functions. Still, that's not like, I know it is a holiday because you're going away to another country, but it's not like you're going to Mexico all inclusive for 4 weeks, right? So you're just out of your routine. You're going to have some family functions because you're catching up. If you're having your nan's funeral, then obviously there's going to be a bit of a wake, I assume, afterwards, and food will be involved, and don't know whether you drink or not, but there might be alcohol involved as well. I don't know. So it's slightly different than like going to Tenerife or Mexico for 4 weeks. So I don't think you'll be that bad anyway, because he's staying with family. So it's a break from work, and it is a break, but it's not what I would class as a full-blown holiday, if that makes sense. So I think you'll naturally rein it in for a few days, a little bit here and there. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you're going to be laid by the pool drinking pina coladas day. I mean, you might be. I don't know. You might be like, oh no, we've got a pool and we've got, and I make a mean pina colada. So anyway, there we go. Laugh, thanks. That's useful day, so not a problem at all. Evening, going to watch this in the morning on my deliveries on Facebook. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, the live saved, don't they? All these triple streams that we do, they do save to Facebook and YouTube if you ever want to watch them. Back. Right, guys, I'm going very, very shortly. I'm going to go get in bed. I'm tired. I've worked bloody hard today. I've worked bloody hard this week. In fact, I've worked bloody hard since coming back from Christmas. I don't mind. I never mind blowing my own trumpet a little bit. And you blow your own trumpet if you're lucky enough to be able to do so, right? Blow your own trumpet. Because if you're putting some effort in and you feel like you're putting some effort in, you should pat yourself on the back. So yeah, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to go watch 911 Michigan. Don't ask. It's on Discovery Plus. We started watching it the other night. It's a bit like 24 Hours in Police Custody, but set in Michigan in America. The first one was very good. The second one was just all right. I'm hoping the third one's as good as the first one. I think that's it. Honestly, we watch some absolute shit on TV. We really do. I can't get into TV series at times. And I tell you, I don't watch TV. I literally, so when I say I can't get into TV, if I get like hooked on something and you want to watch it back to back, like we didn't watch Stranger Things until, when did we start Stranger Things? We started Stranger Things on the 29th of December. We just stopped. We just met. And then, so I've got time to watch them back to back. I don't watch any telly. I have literally watched Sky Sports News for 20 minutes today. And then I've watched Nothing to Declare while I was having my tea for 20 minutes. That's it. I don't watch TV. I haven't got time. I've never sat down long enough. The only time I watch TV is when I get in bed. And then when I get in bed and I'm knackered, I don't want to concentrate on it. Something. So I don't want to be watching something where if I pick my phone up for 5 minutes, I don't know what's going on. So we just watch shit on Discovery Plus or stuff like that sometimes. So anyway, 911 Michigan. That's what we're watching tonight. Right, I'm going. I'm watching last night's Traitors. Everyone goes on about Traitors. I've never watched it in my life. I have no idea. I can't get into it. Not because I can't get into it, because I've never tried to get into it. I don't watch TV enough. And like Rachel says, everyone at work, like the day after the episode, everyone's discussing it at work. She says, unless you watch it when it happens, everyone ruins it for you. And because I do my lives or I'm work, if I'm not doing lives at night time, generally sometimes I'm sat in here so I just can't get into it. But people rave about it, don't they? People do absolutely rave about it. Right, peeps, I'm out of here. I'm going to bed. So no live tomorrow, guys. I was going to wait till the end of Jan, but I'm not. I'm knocking Friday's lives on the head because it's my busy day. It's check-in day, and that hour is a really vital hour. Like, it's a really big, I could get so much work done in that hour. So, but the evening lives, so doing 2 evening lives a week, is going to stay permanently. They'll just always on a Monday, and then we'll rotate Tuesday, Thursday. Sometimes it'll be Tuesday, sometimes it'll be Thursday. The odd week, it could be a Wednesday. Let's chuck that into the mix. Why not? And then I'm going to try and bring back a few more Saturday morning lives, because I said I wanted to do that to Rachel. I said, well, let's just go to the gym separately. I'll go in my mum's car. You come at 9. She's like, no, it's stupid that. I said, I'll just come with you at 8. And I'll go and train, and then I'll go and have a little swim afterwards, and then I'll go in the coffee shop there and take my book, take my Kindle, and I'll just get myself a nice chai tea latte and read my book until you're done spinning. I was like, sound. That sounds good to me. So I think it's gonna be live. There will be a live Saturday morning. I've already committed to it. I'm telling you guys. So my next live will be just on TikTok, sat in the car, Saturday morning. So have a good Friday, and I will see you Saturday morning. Oh, TikTok, sign up to you first. I always forget that I'm on the triple thing. All right, TikTok, you're done. Facebook, YouTube.